Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo, so keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show. What's going on? I'm going to try to keep this one short as well. But I feel like every time I say that, it doesn't happen. All good. So today was, today's Monday, October 6th, 2025. We are approaching the 2-year mark of the show. So episode-wise, 730 will be the 2-year mark. As far as the date itself goes, It's funny because the first episode was, I think, I can check actually. Let me check. I believe it was on the 19th, and then I skipped a day. Recorded one and skipped 2 days, I think. Where is it? So if I go down to episode 1, okay. Episode 1 was October 18th. Episode 2 was October 19th. This is 2023. Episode 3 was October 22nd. And then from there, I haven't missed a day. So the streak starts on October 22nd. So I recorded... So October 18th, that had to have been a Monday then. Oh no, I started shit on... Hey Siri, what day was October 18th, 2023?
It was Wednesday, October 18th, 2023.
So how does that work? I don't know, because my rules, whatever, I'm sure that it's fine. I'm sure it's accounted for, but anyway. So if this is episode 718, then that means there's 12 more episodes, which means 12 days from now would be the 18th. Doesn't add up, though. 19th? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Episode 730 is a 2-year episode, which is crazy. That means I'm about to start year 3, which means I'm actually about to be 10% of the way done, because episode 7,305, that's the 20-year mark. Episode 730 is the 2-year mark. It's 10%. 10%, it's crazy. I really need to get all the transcriptions out and pump them into some kind of AI engine that can... It's one thing to have it go through one and then give me a summary. It's another thing to go through all of them and connect them. Because I want one big timeline that gives me a list of all the things that I talked about and maybe sums them up so that it's like episode this, and this I talk about discipline. Episode this, and this I'm on 75 hard. Episode this, and this, there's Zoom calls. That, episode so-and-so, I reference episode 50. Episode 30, I reference episode in the future, episode 500. That's what I want. So if there's anybody listening that can provide something like that for me or point me in the right direction at an affordable rate, then I'm game. Anyway, so today, as far as work goes, I got a lot done as far as like these charts and shit go, and I'm pumped about it. But the one thing that it's always discouraging is, so I spent probably 3 hours building this chart, or whatever you want to call it, this page that shows future projections of pay, and I did it correctly. Everything's fine. It works, but the method and the way that it works is just not actually optimal for the end user. It's just not the best. And it's not that it's not the best, and I'm trying to be a perfectionist. It's not that at all. It's that the current setup would only update once a month, but it can be set up to where it updates live. And I think that's just so much better. Like live rather than once a month. I think that's like every second of the day versus 1 second per month. I feel like I need to change this up, and I think I know how to do it. I think I could actually do it right now if I wanted to. Maybe that'll be the show, because I don't really have much else to talk about. Lexi's mom stayed over, and it was pretty cool to be able to do that. She just left about 2 hours ago, and so, it's hard for both her and her mom to separate, so. But that's kind of the day. So let me actually go into... So what I'm doing is I'm going to go into financials in the database in Notion. Then I'm going to scroll to the bottom. And how I'm going to set this up is with a chart. Oh, this is going to be a giant pain in my ass. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a chart. It's hard for me to commentate this as I build it, because half the time I don't necessarily know what I'm trying to do. So let's just do financials revamped. The x-axis is going to be, I don't know. How would I... Dude, I have no idea. So I would do NM. So I have these things, NM, and then a number. So next month 1. Or next month 2 would be or NM1 is next month. NM2 is in 2 months. NM3 is in 3 months. So if I go NM1 as the x-axis, and then what to show. No. Wait, would I have to do a filter A, omit 0 values, NM1 sum, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So that shows a chart, and that works. Is it what I need, though? I think so, because that'll show me how much I'm going to get for next month, and then I'm going to go to filter, and I'm going to go to package, and we're going to put the package filter to be just split, or just month to month, or just month to month, no contract. Yeah, I think we figured it out. Okay, so this is a way to do it. It is just going to be a pain in the ass, because I calculated, and I made a big list of everything that I would need. There's 96 properties in this thing, technically 99. And to go through and do a filter manually, I wonder if, hey, hold on, let's see. Let's see if I can make AI in the chart below. I gotta give it a header so it knows what I'm talking about. In the chart below test run, please apply a filter of package being split. Then duplicate the entire chart, put it next to it, and then apply the filter of package being M2M. Then do it again with a third column with the filter package being M2M and C. On this page near the bottom. Okay, let's see what it does. So the cool thing is there's a button that you just click undo. So if it screws up, then it's fine. It's easy. I just click undo, and it has screwed up. It has done stuff where I'm like, nowhere in any prompt in the history of any AI use have I ever suggested once to do what you just did. Sometimes I actually say that. I'm like, hey, never once in the history of existence did I ever require or request you to change this and do that, blah, blah, blah. So please don't ever do that again. So anyway, it says a thought, it's thinking, and we're going to see what it makes. So it's still loading. considering database layout. It's cool, like it works. For a while there, Notion AI was not good. It was probably just something that they used for marketing purposes to say that it has AI as a selling point. But when you actually get it, it's not all that great. It's kind of like a lot of features that are used for marketing purposes. I mean, like even Teslas, they have a lot of features, and a lot of them are so absurd that it's a talking point, but they're not really that practical. Like, for example, whoopee cushion sound effects when I turn my turn signal on. I'll never use that except for 30 seconds when I have like a little cousin in my car or something, and then I'm done. But it's such a talking point that people just they tell everybody about it, and they're like, "Oh my heck, can you see this?" It's shareable on social media. It's genius, and it probably took the software developers 2 hours to make, and the amount of free advertising, free marketing, the word of mouth that it generates is probably worth millions. So if you say a software engineer is worth $300 an hour, I don't know. They spent 2 hours on it. That's $600. The ROI on that is like a million X, a million percent more. Okay, so what did it do? It delete one page. Wait, delete one page? No, I don't want to delete anything. Okay, so it looks like it made it actually. I need these 3 charts separate and not in one database, or not in one view. It needs to be 3 columns side by side by side. So what it did is it put it all into one view. Don't want it to do that. And now it's not working. Now it's just placing the 3 charts side by side on page was blocked. If you want, I can. Oh, so dude, fuck this, man. Let's go ahead and refresh. Man, I am lagging hard right now. I wonder if because I refreshed, it won't let me undo it now. Oh, that's going to be a ginormous... Oh, no, I'm lagging. I don't have internet right now. Thank goodness this voicemail was saying is not a Wi-Fi requirement. Or I guess reliant on Wi-Fi, I should have said. Yeah, Wi-Fi is taking a shit right now. Or is it? Try again. Let's see what it does. It says vibing. Configuring linked databases. So I guess I do have internet. This was being slow. While this is loading, I'm going to talk about this real quick. So I tried to do some stuff for Trey today with a button that would make it so. See, dude. Okay, so it loaded, but it didn't do anything. I guess it made 3 databases and called them something different, and they're all blank. So not at all what I wanted. Not at all what I wanted at all. So let's go ahead and undo that as well. Yeah, so there's some limitations for sure. But anyway, I was working on some stuff for Trey today, and essentially what he wants is a button that it kind of adds 2 dates. So let's say somebody starts a program January 1st and ends July 1st, 6 months. He wants a button so that he can press it, and then it injects another program within that and then moves the dates accordingly. So for example, if it starts on July 1st and then ends on January 1st of the next year, if we were to click it now, then the first thing, so instead of ending on January 1st, it would then end on October 6th. The second one would start October 6th, and then it would go for example, 12 weeks. And then a third one would start to resume the remaining time of the first one. So since it's October 6th, that's actually the halfway point roughly. So you'd add another 3 months on. And on paper, I guess that's fine. It's simple. But actually doing that within Notion's logic, in the parameters of Notion, it's just not It's not something that's very easily achieved. So I just did it all manually, sent him a text. I said, hey, got these things done. Here's a little update, blah, blah, blah. Let me know if you want anything else. So, yeah, I mean, part of me is kind of anxious. Like, I don't want him to, say that he doesn't need any more hours, because if he does, and this is me just being 100% upfront, if he said, hey, you know what, I'm gonna allocate funds elsewhere, we don't need you, shitty. But I would probably start taking the next steps to go back to FedEx, just for the time being, because as long as I have Mina, that's $2,400 a month, so I would only have to work 2 to 3 days a week at FedEx, which is fine. I mean, obviously I don't want to, but it's fine. And then from there, because the goal is to get this done very soon, the end of the month, no later than that. All I would have to do is just sell it once, and I'm good for the month, all things financial. So I just have to get to that point. The amount of times I said that is probably 100 times now, but it's really what I'm gunning for. And with the help of Karin now, we're able to kind of spread out a little bit, and he's working on one thing, and I'm also working on something else. So by the time I'm done with 1 or 2 things, he's finishing up his, and we can go back and polish things up and correct them. It's funny how I said this is going to be a short show, and it's 15 minutes long, but anyway, that's kind of where we're at with everything. Notion support hasn't been helpful. Not that they've been shitty, but they haven't been helpful, and I don't mean that in a derogatory term. They just have not been helpful. They said, "Hey, this is you said this is going on. We'll look into it. Appreciate you sharing this. Well, I was like, cool. Keep me in the loop." And they're like, "Yeah, we will. No problem. We'll if we get any answers, we'll let you know." I'm like, "Okay, sweet. Business relies on this. Appreciate it. Thank you." I said, "Oh yeah, no problem. We'll let you know if we when we find any we get any more info." So I don't know what the fuck that means. Just work. Just work. And that's no bullshit. Like, the business does rely on this. I do know how to get around it, but the thing is I would have to transfer everything in one nice package deal in one transfer. And then the coach would then have to, well, it wouldn't have to, but if I'm transferring everything over in one thing, probably going to have to do a lot more linking up and stuff like that when the time comes to get all their stuff kind of connected and intertwined and blah, blah, blah. And so I think it would just be a lot more work than is required. Like, it might be a multi-day thing to set everything up and link everything up. Whereas if it's just kind of a one-time, if I just set it up and walk away, it's 5 minutes. And it's just crazy the difference, that is. But yeah, anyway, I think that might be it. I don't really have much else to say, so I think that's it. So that was 7/17, I think, or I don't know. It's October 6th, 9 p.m., 2025. That's the show. Peace out.